Cool. Yes, people, welcome back to another stream on the channel. And yes, I'm joined by three people. We're gonna do the preview and review of the games. But yeah, let me just introduce them one by one. Waleed, the co-host. Big up, Waleed. How you doing?
This guy's always saying. Long time. New trim, yeah, since the last time you seen me. Had to be a changed man after Arsenal's amazing form recently. So, yeah, times have changed. What are we saying, guys?
There's two new people here. Let's pick them up. One of them, Daniel. How you doing, Daniel?
Hey everyone, I'm doing good. This is very exciting. It's good to see you all.
Yeah, big up. And I don't know if the mic still works. Oh, never mind. But yeah, it's gonna be us three. There's gonna be more people joining later. But yeah, big up the Don Jones as well. Big up to you. But yeah, we have to talk about this. I'll give it to Waleed. Arsenal, Man United.
The time we've been waiting for. All the talk that this man on my left was saying for so long, for ages. Just for this guy right here. Don't know if you can see. Oh no, wrong guy. This guy right here to absolutely bosh your team. Yeah, beautiful scenes, lovely performance. First 30 minutes dominated you without a shadow of a doubt. That was 30 minutes. That's why you lost the game, to be honest. But as Man United grew into the game, you got a few more chances. Luck was on our side that day, I won't lie, because there were a few dodgy calls that went our way. But that's been happening in the Premier League since VAR's been introduced. So I can't really say, Arsenal's got agendas, because we've had so many like VAR decisions that should have gone our way. So many. Like since VAR's came in, it's actually a joke. So, but yeah, either way, I'm going to talk about VAR. I'm here to talk about how the final score says Arsenal 3, Manchester United 1. Granit Xhaka, yeah. I just want to big this guy up real quick, yeah. This man, since he's come back into the team, because he was injured for the first 3-4 months of the season, got red card as well against City, yeah. But since he's come back into this team, he's been one of the most underrated players in our entire squad, in my opinion. He brings so much to this team. It's actually insane. You may not see it from the outside, but this season is probably his first season at Arsenal. He's actually shown consistency week in, week out, and he's putting in solid performances week in, week out. Something that I haven't been able to say about him since he's been here, to be honest. So I'm very happy with how he's improved. This is like the Euros Granit Xhaka that we saw. This is the Granit Xhaka that we know. It's wow. I'm just so happy. I'm so happy to see how he's done. And you even saw like when he was playing left back against Brighton, you saw that impact. That when he wasn't in the midfield, we crumbled. But him and Elneny is like flipping Essien and Makaleli or something, man. Them two is just incredible. But yeah, I'm still happy, and I'll probably still be happy for the rest of the season. So yeah, very
Daniel, I'll go over to you. Did you get a chance to watch the match, Arsenal Man United? If not,
it was a good performance. Some dodgy defending, but all I care about is the result. So I'm happy that Arsenal got the 3 points, and we move on, and we should be West Ham if we're gonna get top 4.
Yeah.
So I've got this in the background when we beat them 2-0. It's the background for a reason. It's gonna happen again. Yeah, I'm predicting it. I think we'll win 2-0. But we'll get to that later on.
Yeah, we'll get to that later on. But yeah, my thoughts. I done the fan cam, not fan cam. Yeah, I just did my review with Gonna Clips, but I just copy and paste it. But yeah, good win for Arsenal. United. First half we were shocking, but what can I say? These players have checked out since Watford. I would say since Watford, when we flipping drew to them at Old Trafford, we just players don't care anymore. But yeah, it is what it is. They're here for something called money that they earn every week by this club. But top four is already out. Mentally, it's out, but mathematically, you can still see it's possible. But I don't know, man. But yeah, Arsenal doing Arsenal what they do in the Emirates against United. So yeah, McTominay coming out after the interview saying self-pride,
Wow.
self-belief,
All talk, man. All talk.
and you completed 7 passes in the first half when Xhaka completed 40 passes. So that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. But McTominay, people know my thoughts. I don't rate McTominay. McTominay is a bench player at best, but
Bang average Premier League player for me.
yeah, for me, McTominay, I don't know why he gets hyped up by this fan base. And also, you know what? Tellers, Dave I will be here soon, but I'm sure Dave I will be ripping apart Tellers. But I'm gonna say this: Tellers played shocking. I'm a massive fan of Tellers, but I can't lie, he played bad. But yeah, comments. Big up. This is Lucas Life. Big up. But yeah, Tellers shocking. Varane, Rafael Varane, shocking as well.
Yeah,
It's the man.
he's flopped. Both Ramos and Varane flopped. It's debatable whether Ben White's been worse or better, but none of them's been
Oh
any
no,
good this
come on,
season.
man. Varane's been too injury prone, man. We gotta say Ben White's been better than him this season. Come on, that shouldn't be like. Come on, that should be like 100% confirmed. Like, there's no way that can be a debate. Varane's played like what 15 Premier League games or something like that. It's not enough. Ben White's played almost every single game since we signed him, at least, because we didn't sign him for the other thing. But yeah, whatever. But yeah. So for me, that's not really a debate.
Yeah, but yeah, the only players that I can say you can put your heads up is probably Ronaldo, Sancho, and probably De Gea as well. So
I thought Matic played pretty well. And maybe Dalot attacking.
Matic, he was decent.
And
But-
maybe Dalot attacking wise. Defensively though, we were going down his side for almost the entire of the first half, even the second half. Even we were going down his side because defensively we know he's a liability at times, and we showed it because we scored in 2 minutes. So, but yeah, Nuno Tavares. Oh wow, what a guy! What a guy! Probably one of the worst signings of the Premier League. I won't lie. Probably one of the worst signings of the Premier League this season, and he's just played Man United and bossed it. Love to see him, man.
But I want to talk about this player. For me, I think he's another person who's a bit overhyped. Well, even though he's still young, but Elanga for me, I'm not saying he's overrated on this.
You can't. Nah, it's one game, bro. One game.
No. For me, I think if you watch him and his recent performances, one game he's only had like maybe 1 or 2 good games. I feel like Madrid he scored away and that.
Played well against Norwich. Played well against.
Come on, that's flipping. I can beat Norwich. I can score.
They scored 2 goals against you, and they ain't done that against any other team all season. I think. No, away from home. I mean, they haven't scored 2 goals or more away from home all season. Except they faced Man United. Beautiful.
Yeah, and I won't talk about him, but people already know my thoughts. Marcus Rashford, another one. But yeah, let me see if your mic's working now. Does your mic work now? Oh, he's not there. So hey, but you there? Nah, he's not. All right, cool. But yeah, top 4 now is down to Arsenal, Tottenham for me. But is what is United.
Who would you rather want to get top 4?
Well, I want Tottenham in it, but
You'd rather Tottenham than Arsenal?
Yes.
Just because of me, innit?
No. I would never want Arsenal to even get top 4. Arsenal getting top 4 like winning the Champions League. So
I mean, you ain't
Imagine
winning
the
it.
scenes at Emirates. And when Arsenal play Everton, Arsenal get Champions League. I want to see the scenes. It's gonna be mad.
Oh, I want to see that Amazon documentary if that happens. I'm still gonna watch it either way, but imagine the scenes in that. That'll be insane.
imagine the scenes carrying Benzema versus Ben White. Oh my days.
Nah, you mean William Saliba, bro? He's our Champions League centre back, mate. I'm telling you. I'm sorry, but he better play next season. I'm sorry. If he does not play for Arsenal next season, And if we end up selling him or anything like that, because I've seen a few reports, I don't really believe them because they're unreliable sources. But if Arteta does not play Saliba next season, I'm gonna be fuming. Because first of all, that's 30 million down the drain for a player that we never even end up using. Second of all, he's such a great talent. He's so good. Like the performances he's been putting in this season for Marseille, even like in the big games against the likes of like PSG, Leon, he's been standout players. He's been the standout. So if he has to play, I'm sorry, but he's had enough experience outside of Arsenal. He has to play. I don't care whether it's a back three. I don't care if either Gabriel White has to be dropped. I don't care. Saliba, maybe not week in, week out, because we spent big money on Gabriel and White as well. So they've been playing very well. Oh, Raj, he's been hiding, ain't he? Oh, Raj, I've been waiting for you, son. You've been hiding for ages. What were you saying before?
Big up Felix. How are you?
Guys, I'm so sorry for coming so late.
Nah, that's
I'm
No
so
problem. No
sorry.
problem. That's what happens when you swap with United. Yeah.
I had an issue with my boss, so I was
Yeah.
trying to balance things.
All good, man. All good. But
Yeah, good evening, guys.
yeah, evening. That's what happens when you swap with United, man. Like, it hurts you that much. But
yeah, but yeah,
as we were
yeah.
as we were saying, Felix, we were just
Saliba, man.
getting into the Arsenal Man United review. So, what did you think of that game? Are you surprised that we lost?
I'm not surprised, to be sincere, but I wasn't totally sad in that aspect that we showed glimpses of some good football. Let us just say we were so unfortunate. There were some referee decisions that should have gone in our favor that didn't. Those things actually add to the game, and it's just United these days. You don't know what you would expect. United is not a team that I can say, okay, this is how we are going to play. It is different now. Yeah. It is different now. If United are playing, you don't know what is going to happen. You don't know what you're going to meet. You understand?
Yeah.
So I wasn't really surprised. I can't just wait for the season to be over so that we can start afresh.
I'm with you as well. I'm just waiting for that summer. I'm just waiting for that rebuild. But yeah, Raj, we were commenting the ref supports Arsenal. Well,
Oh,
not
sorry,
much.
Raj. Come on, man. Just firm the L, bro. We beat you in the first 30 minutes, yeah? That's what you guys threw it away. There were two men in front of that ball, and Saka still got on the end. That's poor. That's just poor defending. That's schoolboy defending.
For
So yeah,
instance, look at what's the name of this guy that plays right back for Arsenal, Cedric.
Cedric, yeah.
Cedric penalty should have been given against Cedric. You can't do that. You can't fall in front of a striker. It wasn't our striker that pushed him. It wasn't Sancho. Sancho didn't push
Oh,
Cedric. Cedric fell on the ground intentionally, and his hand touched the ball. It's a penalty. We've had situations like that in the Premier League when that situation has been given as a penalty. So I don't understand why we weren't awarded the penalty. I'm still surprised, to be sincere.
Yeah, big up Raj. That's tuning in right now. How are you, Raj?
Good evening, guys. How are you, everyone? You okay?
yeah,
all
all good, man.
Sorry to join you a
team.
bit late, but I tried to get on for a few
All
minutes.
good. Nah, it's all
Oh,
good.
yeah.
But yeah, 3 Arsenal fans. Flipping out.
2 Man United.
Yeah, Ronaldo. For me, it's close with that second goal, but I don't know, man. I went to the game, but I don't know. People were looking at the mini TV, but I don't know. Ronaldo it looked close, but I don't know. But Raj, we were talking about
Go on.
Arsenal Man United 3-1 for Arsenal. What's your thoughts on that game?
Do you know what? I watched the whole game and I thought, overall for a neutral point of view, that game, both defenses were very shocking. They were all over the place. I thought it was a poor game, to be honest. I didn't think it was the best of games. It's all right game, but I thought it was an average game. It was not really the best. And when you look at them two sides, I personally think that the top 4 standard this season is so poor that both sides, and I'm an Arsenal fan here, hitting on the nail, that both sides are not even Champions League worthy, but because top four so poor, one of them will end up getting in the top four.
Wait, Raj, what team you support?
Arsenal.
That's Arsenal.
I thought you were watching from neutral standpoint.
Yeah, I mean, as in, like, I was watching it from it. If you was a neutral point of perspective when you watch that game, the defenses, you're just shocking or defending from both teams.
Yeah.
But it was a good game. I mean, Arsenal got the job done. A great result for them. Good result for us. So, yeah.
Yeah, there's two. Willie, by the way, there's two Rajas. One Raj and the Arsenal fan, another one is
Yeah.
Raj, if you want,
I went on a bit of a tangent of the other Raj because the other Raj was the Man United fan and was saying quite a lot of things before the
the other
game.
Raj, the link is in the chat, but let me just.
Oh, okay. So I was speaking to the right Raj. Okay. Because I thought the Raj
Yeah.
in the comments is the one that's joined now. So I was about to apologize, but
Oh no.
Oh, yeah,
Right,
he's called Raj as well. So it's me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm just gonna bring up. So now it's 3 United fans.
come on, son. Oh, Deva, yes. The GOAT is back.
What's
Are we
TS?
talking- wait,
Mr. Positive is back.
Wait,
in the building.
quick question: are we still talking about a certain embarrassment that happened on Saturday, or did we talk about that already?
We're literally about to wrap it up.
Yeah, I'll probably stay behind the camera. No, I'm back again.
Come on.
Yep, I'm here. How's everyone?
Yeah.
Big-
Good evening, how are you?
quick. I know there's some new people, new members of the channel. Big up to all yourselves for joining, and welcome. I'll say that.
Welcome to you as well.
Thank you very much.
Dave, going into the Arsenal embarrassment with your thoughts.
Arsenal aren't the embarrassment. Yeah, the team they played against are. I think embarrassment's just an understatement of what to call the side now. I not only are they embarrassing, I'd also use the word pathetic. Down just they couldn't be bothered. They couldn't be asked. When you look around on the pitch, I could probably pick out a few names that look like that they care, that look like that they want to play for the badge and want to represent it well. But many of them, that badge is too heavy for them. That badge is way too heavy for many of them. And look, I'll say this right now. And one thing that the main host of this channel, one of the few things he's been consistent with, or relatively, is his love for Wan-Bissaka. As much as I like him, I'm getting sick of it now. I'm having a hard time defending him. As much as I do like him, I know Ortiz is there, all smiley and happy to hear it. I'm not saying Wan-Bissaka needs to be sold, but I'm getting really sick. I'm getting really sick of these awful performances that I'm seeing. He was awful against Liverpool. I mean, but then again, maybe playing him as a right back or right wing back would be more helpful than playing him as a left back. Maybe in his defense, you shouldn't play him as a left back because, of course, as you know, he's not a left back. But anyways, to stop waffling on, to be honest with you, I honestly, like, if I would pay whatever price to just end the season now. Just if someone gave me a price, and I don't know, a genie said the season can end right now if you pay this price, I would pay whatever price it is. Just
Yeah, same with me. I can't just wait for the season to end. Like, I can actually do anything to actually bring that to to fulfillment, because this season has been very terrible. I must be honest. I find it very difficult to watch United game for 90 minutes. I'm not making excuses for United against Arsenal, because we must be sincere with ourselves. Arsenal played a very beautiful game against United. A very good game against United. For the fact that this is, I can't. You want to say we created chances and then no, I don't think so.
they played well. Arsenal played very well. But
United played well. United played well, no doubt. But that is not just our standard. That is not our standard. We can't just be playing well without getting results. Okay, so
No, of course not.
United playing well is not even a point. Arsenal played very well, very well, and
They did okay.
kudos to them.
spectacular, but it didn't take a whole lot to cut us apart. And
Yeah, that is what I'm saying.
we concede early goals. We concede a
No,
goal
we-
in the
we-
opening
we-
5-10 minutes. Heads drop straight away immediately. Happened against Liverpool. It's happened against Arsenal. I think it happened in the game
Yeah.
before who we played.
Just look at the first goal. The first goal, for instance.
Conceding
That
10
goal was
minutes.
so shambolish, defensive error, just embarrassing situations. Really embarrassing situations. A simple cross, and we could not cut out a simple cross for the first goal.
Nope.
Varane missed it. Telex was nowhere to be found. It was just surprising. I don't know how many players we need to sell in the summer to actually
Yeah,
make our team better.
Felix, I 100% agree with you. As I was saying before, that I'd say there are only a handful of players, and I'll exclude Alanga. I'll putting the youth players aside, but they're not going to be counted for. But there are only, I'd say, a handful of senior players that I would say they're going nowhere. They need to stay 110%. They need to be part of this rebuild. They need to be part of this next project. They need to be a part of this core. But there are only a few players that I would say I would not sell in any way, shape, or form. But the vast majority, I'd either 100% sell or I would be open to selling anyways. Even players that I do like, for example, Wan-Bissaka. Good offers comes in, bye-bye, see you later. Marcus Rashford, I adore the kid. I absolutely love him. Manchester born and bred, but he's been awful this season. If a decent offer comes in, last year of his contract, bye-bye, see you later. So for me, Martial, same thing. So for me, I genuinely think, if I think of players right now that, for me, that I can look and say that yeah, you know what, yeah, there's been more positives and negatives. This player's definitely one we need to keep in the core and the spine. David De Gea, Rafa. People can say what they want about Luke Shaw, but I'd 100% keep him. Bruno Fernandes, regardless of what you think of him or not, he's here for the long term. He signed a new contract. He's here. So Bruno Fernandes, Cristiano Ronaldo for the foreseeable future. He's here for another year with an option to extend for a following year. And Jadon Sancho. Other than that, I can't think of any player that I would say, no, absolutely no way in hell am I going to sell, or players that I wouldn't be open to selling, because
Do you know the problem with Bruno? Bruno is too complacent. He's not getting any competition in that area.
100%. That's why
He plays well. He plays bad. Nobody is there to displace him. You understand?
100%. I agree.
That position is not competitive. He's the only one playing there. And is it something about Bruno? My suspicion. I won't bring out my suspicion now. I just want to wait till next season and actually see what Bruno can do again. Because
Same here.
if Bruno, I posted something on my WhatsApp status yesterday. I said I did a very big mistake by comparing Bruno and Kelvin De Bruyne.
Orst.
It was the worst comparison I ever made.
Orst.
And Mr. Raj,
Go on.
Arsenal. How many strikers are they actually signing? Because we are seeing so many strikers linked to them these days.
Resigning Katia.
Darwin
Yeah.
Nunes, Gabriel Jesus, Victor Osimhen, and so many
Albert
strikers.
Lewin. Yeah. I personally think in the summer, if Arsenal had to get a striker, I personally think they'll probably only need one. One for me would do. I don't think they need more than that.
Bring
being
back
honest.
Shamak and Sonogo.
Good old 12 days, yeah. But personally,
And
if I'd like
I'd
to see, if I'd like to see one come, I wouldn't mind Nunes. Marcus Rashford's name to be bandied about, linked with Arsenal a few times.
He will never go to Arsenal. If he leaves, he will not go to another English club. He
Go on, bro.
loves the badge on that he wears week in and week out way too much. I could never in my life see him playing for any other English club.
But do you know what? Nunes is a good finisher, but he's not a good player. Do you know that?
I beg to differ.
He's a good finisher, but I don't think he's a good player.
I rate Nunez. I rate him very highly. I think people look around and see the team that he's playing with, and look, all due respect to Benfica, great side, very good side. But
Victor Osimhen of Napoli in Arsenal.
even in the first leg, against Liverpool.
Yeah, Vincent Osimhen's been linked as
He
well.
was still
Victor
costing
Osimhen
us
will be better signing for Arsenal than Nunes. He
He
attacks
would
the
be
space.
Who?
mobile,
He's
he's
very-
strong.
Very clinical, area ability, very perfect.
That's
Wait,
what they need
who?
now.
Who would be
Osimhen.
better signing for Arsenal than Nunez?
Osimhen
Victor
from Napoli.
Osimhen, yeah.
Osimhen.
No.
Yeah, I
Oh,
agree.
Osimhen. I mean, but yeah, let's
Osimhen's
pick
not
up.
good.
So,
He's a different kind of striker than Nunez. Played in different leagues, plays with different tactics, different setups. They're different kind of
very
strikers.
pacey.
He's not as
Very
clinical
pacey
either.
and strong.
I
Very
think with the
pacey.
way Arteta wants to play,
I think
I
Gabriel
actually
Jesus
agree.
was our best fit.
I actually do agree. I do think
Yeah,
someone like
go.
Osimhen would suit Arsenal better, in my opinion.
Perfectly.
What
But
about what about
I
Dominic
think
Calvert-Lewin?
Calvert-Lewin.
No.
People sleep on Dominic Calvert-Lewin, but he isn't that. Look, I'll say this right now: he isn't at the best seasons. He's playing for an awful Everton side,
Yeah.
and if you put him in his side, that can get him the service. Look, and
He'll
look,
score goals. He'll
and
score.
I'm not saying he's the one for Arsenal to sign. I'm not saying he's Arsenal quality. But what I'm saying is people sleep on Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah,
I think he is a very,
player.
very, very good player. I think
I
in
like
a better side with players that can get him the ball, that can get him
He'll
service,
score goals.
he'll
He'll
score the
get
goals.
goals.
Look at him last season.
Guys.
He was last season.
Devi, Dominic Calvert-Lewin has been in the Premier League for 6 years, and he's only ever scored over 10 goals in the Premier League season once.
Stats
Once.
don't tell the story of everything.
But the managers that he's had have
But
not
we
played
need
with visibility.
clinicality. We need clinical in front of goal. This is why I'd rather not even have Osimhen over
How
Nunez.
much
To be
service
honest, in my
does
opinion,
Dominic Calvert-Lewin get at the Everton side? Little to none.
He had
Because he's playing under a world class manager and Ancelotti who got the best out of him. He's
Yeah.
the only manager who ever has gotten the best out of him. No one else has.
But yeah, let's
Koeman
just
hasn't.
pick up Zohaib because.
And you think someone like, I'm not saying he would go to Arsenal, but you think someone
Well, if
like
Everton get
someone that has the footballing mind of Arteta couldn't? I think he could. I'm not saying he's the guy.
Calvert-Lewin is
for
not a
Arsenal.
Champions League level signing at all.
Well,
neither are Arsenal Champions League.
neither is Ben.
Yeah.
Neither was White. Neither was Aaron Ramsdale. Neither was Tomiyasu.
Yeah. Neither was Ben White,
I'd say
but we didn't.
I'd say every Arsenal signing,
Yeah.
bar Thomas Partey and
Yeah.
maybe Gabriel, none
And
of them are
Ødegaard.
Champions League level. None
Maybe
of them.
Ødegaard as well. He's Champions League level, mate.
No. But the difference is, Dave, we won a Champions League team when we were signing these players. If we're going to be in the Champions League and we're signing Dominic
Yeah.
Calvert-Lewin, then now
not
he's
big
not
ambition.
stopping
That's
the
what I'm
fight.
saying. I'm not saying again. I'm reiterating.
Yeah, I know. I understand what you're saying. I understand that you're just trying to put up a point as to why.
If you're going to sign
Arsenal could
any
go for-
English striker, I'd say go sign Ollie Watkins. I think he's more potential.
No. If we're talking about clinicality, I'd rather take Calvert-Lewin, honestly.
Mm,
Ollie Watkins gets like 5, 6,
I
7
think
shots
Ollie
a game.
Watkins
He'll
would
bury
actually be
one.
structured that suit Arteta's system better because he could
Ollie
play.
Watkins, the
Definitely.
Arsenal fan as well. You know.
I actually think Ollie
No.
Watkins could. I think Ollie Watkins. I think with development, and he's still fairly young. I don't know his age off the top of my brain.
I think he's
He's
24.
about 24, I think.
You see, Arsenal has similar issues to Manchester United.
No, we're not. We're not. in
We're
similar
more
places.
competent than you guys.
No.
man.
We're not
I'm not saying in all areas. There are some peculiarities. Okay, this is it. You are talking about competing at the highest level next season. Okay, I'm talking about Arsenal now. You're talking about competing at the highest level next season. You're thinking of my players like Calvert-Lewin. What's this Aston Villa striker again? Those guys. I'm not saying they are not good.
Yeah.
They are good, okay, but I don't think for the level Arsenal is actually aiming, those strikers are actually good enough. You see,
No, I agree with
I don't know how
Yeah.
to put this. How can you bring Calvert-Lewin to Arsenal?
We
What
can't.
does he want? What does he want to offer? He has, despite I know he's injured this season, but he has played 13 games and just 3 goals. You can't. You can't
Even when
risk
he has
that.
played, he's been awful. I mean, maybe it's because there's
What
no
about
system that
Alisson?
suits
I mean,
him.
you're also playing in an Everton side, which is overall just absolutely god awful, to be honest with you.
No,
so,
but the Everton
I mean-
team hasn't really changed from last season, has it? And you saw the difference between how he was doing it
what-
under Ancelotti and how he's
no,
playing now.
I think change. It's gotten worse. It's definitely gotten worse than last season.
No. In terms of signings, they've only signed 2 players, Townsend and Gray. That's it. Maybe like El Ghazi and Van der Beek. Them ones in the summer, yeah. But if we're
And,
talking about overall, in
Mikalenko,
January,
and let's not forget Delhi. Let's not forget Dele Alli. Great he's been.
He's been
And
amazing,
for
hasn't
Manchester
he?
United, see, we need to sign another left back. I'm not
I would not prioritize a
confident.
left back.
I'm not confident in Luke Shaw. I'm not confident.
You shouldn't be
in
confident in Alex
Alex.
Telles defensively. He's
I'm not.
awful.
We need
No,
not good
world-class
enough.
player next season. I'm not saying fulfilled
You
player.
can't get rid of
Players that
everyone.
when you-
That's the thing. You can't get rid of every player. And
Yeah,
for me,
I
people can say
know.
what they want about Luke Shaw, whether he's worth 150 grand a week, whether he's good, whether he's bad. Luke Shaw's had a poor season, but in comparison to the other members of our defense, he's been considerably one of the best players in our defense. Doesn't say a lot, but he's still been one of the better players. You can't get rid of everyone. And I prioritize several other positions. I prioritize another winger over a left back. First has to be a defense midfielder, then a center back, then probably a striker. Actually, no, I'd say two midfielders, a center back, potentially two. I'd say a
Two
striker,
centre-backs.
and then a
Two
winger, and then
centre-backs.
maybe outside backs.
You want to prioritize a right back?
As a right back instead of a left back. Left back
You
for me
rather-
would be
Yeah.
like
I'm
almost.
I'm very sure we are getting Anthony. I'm very sure.
Anthony, yeah.
I wouldn't be so certain. I would not be so certain because if
Why?
teams like Chelsea, if teams that I've heard like Chelsea and Barcelona and Liverpool are in for him,
Chelsea don't have money.
why on earth would he come anywhere near Man United?
I mean, to be
Yeah,
fair,
Ten
Ten
Hag.
Hag. Come on, Ten
Because
Hag.
Ten Hag.
So?
Ten Hag.
That's a
So-
realistic signing, in my opinion. I think if Anthony was to go to Man United, that's not. I mean, it's obviously not a
I
bad
don't
signing.
think-
It's an incredible
I don't
signing.
think
But I'm saying,
Timber
like, from
and-
his point of view,
Pau Torres, I'd get both of them. Go get Timber and Pau Torres. I get both. I knew it'd be
Pau Torres wouldn't cut in the Premier League.
I get one of the two, or just both.
I'm telling you now, if you get Pau Torres, it'll be the next Eric Garcia. He's not going to cut in the Premier League for me. He's not. He's
I
not up to
I
the
wouldn't
level
necessarily
physically.
say that. I would not necessarily say that.
I mean,
I don't-
to be
He's
honest,
not Eric Garcia. Eric Garcia came straight from La Masia to Manchester City.
yeah, he's
This
abysmal.
man has now played.
He's
played in
absolutely
Euros, he's
abysmal.
not for Spain. He's played in, and look, I was one of his biggest critics because after the Europa League final last year, and I was hearing people like Pau Torres, world class. He's
Yeah.
better than Ramos. He's Spanish Maldini. I was hearing all that, and I was saying, "Oh my lord, here we go again." But to be honest with you, he's experienced in the Champions League. He's European pedigree. He's in a Champions League semi-final.
Yeah, he's a good player, but I'm saying, like, with
He's
the
out-
physicality and the
out
intensity of the
quickly.
Premier League, I don't know if he's going to live up to that standard because
He's
he's
a
not
far
a fast
better
centre
version of
back.
Lindelof. You can't get any worse than that. He's a far better
I mean,
version.
he's
of
an upgrade on your defense, yes, but if you guys are trying to progress and trying to like become a solid top 4 team, edging towards a title challenging team, I think you could do better than Pau Torres, in my opinion.
Who would you say realistically? And Timber, sure, but who would you say realistically would also?
Pau Torres is a good player, a very good player.
But Waleed, question to you: who would you say realistically would be a better option than Pau Torres? Looking at Manchester United, looking at where we are right now, seeing that we're going to play in the Europa League next year, at best, could be even worse than that. Could be Conference League, but we'll just say Europa League. We'll assume Europa League. Assuming that you don't want Pau Torres, right? And we'll put Timber aside.
Yeah.
Who would you say realistically is a better option and would be willing to come to Manchester United? You tell me.
I mean, now that you've gotten the likes of Paul Mitchell and Rafa in the cup top for the
No,
summer.
don't say Paul Mitchell. That's not happened yet. I'm looking at.
Oh, well, if it does happen, if you have those guys at the top, and bearing in mind you are
Well,
Manchester
Dave, you
United.
don't want him.
Okay, you clearly just did not listen
Wait,
to
let me
more than
finish what I'm saying. Let me finish
I
what I'm
don't
saying.
believe it
first.
till I see it.
Let me finish what I'm saying.
Go
If
ahead.
you guys do get those players that you're getting, bear in mind you are Manchester United. You're still the biggest club in England. You still have that pedigree. You still have that.
Yeah.
I mean, you will only have that for so long
Remember
because
being
in
one
the
of
end,
the
players will determine based on where you are as a club as well, not just because of which club you're going to. We learned that as well the hard way when like Vlahovic wanted to go to Juve over us. But yeah, I think if you guys could actually negotiate well and pay the money straight up, I think you could get Koundé, maybe. In my opinion,
No,
I think
for
you
me,
could get that.
I think he'll most likely go to Chelsea. I think they'll go right back in for him, 100%. I think he's Tuchel's guy that he wants. He wanted him last summer. Just couldn't get the deal over the line. For me, he's the perfect sort of. He would fit Chelsea perfectly. I don't and I rate Koundé. I think he's a phenomenal player. But
I think he'd fit Man United and the Premier League very well because physically he's a machine. Pace wise, it's very hard that players get past him. To be honest, I feel like he'll be a great fit. Him and Varane together, because Varane obviously isn't as physical. He's a bit more
but
like
but
mentally.
what I'm
He's
saying
smart
is
out of the
that
game.
he wants guarantees he's playing Champions League football. So yeah, with that in mind, we're already a no-go. So Koundé's probably an unlikely one. Who else could you possibly say, if not Koundé?
I mean, Akanji, but I don't know if you want.
No.
Nah, I mean, if you might as well get.
Why can't you go for Koulibaly?
I genuinely would rather stick with
Koulibaly,
Bayer
did you
Lindelof.
say?
I would genuinely would rather stick with Bayer Lindelof over Akanji. Look, Akanji's a decent player, but injury prone, and I just don't rate him that highly, to be honest with you. He's not.
Koulibaly is the best.
Koulibaly.
Is the best.
I've been saying
Koulibaly's
Koulibaly
past it for
for
me.
years.
This isn't. It's not FIFA
He's the best
16.
centre back in Serie A this
He's
season.
past it. He's past it.
He's still insanely strong. He's great with the ball at his feet. Great with playing the ball at the back. He's an
Yeah, but he's
absolute
31.
monster. But again, would he want to play in the Europa League? I mean, he's used to it. But would he want to play in the Europa League? Maybe,
I mean,
possibly. But that's another unrealistic one. But
yeah, and
I'd love-
he's also a
but-
stopgap as well.
I
He's
could
not
take
long time.
No, he's not long term. I'd say
He's like
probably
31.
3 years.
Yeah.
We got Varane in his prime, 28. He's 29 now.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
good.
that's not bad, but Koulibaly is edging towards like the end of his prime already. And if you guys could have signed him when he was like 27, even 28, that
You
would
should
have
have signed him
been
instead of flipping Harry
incredible signing.
Maguire back in 2019.
Yeah, you could.
We could have 5
Wow.
million more. This is the
Imagine.
part that annoys me. We could have paid 5 million less. We could have, Delict. We could have paid 5 million more. Could have gotten Koulibaly, but we just settled for Harry Maguire.
Crazy.
We get to settle for the man
Crazy.
Come on,
who just does, we get to settle for the man who does this when he scores against Albania. That's
Same guy does his knee slides against Leeds. Wow.
When I saw him do that, and he
I
said,
respect him, man. Harry Beckenbauer, come on, man, respect him.
See, when you come
I
to-
saw
when
Harry
you-
Maguire do that knee slide against Leeds, you want to know what the first thing I did?
You see,
I just
What
saw
was it?
got off my computer and just cried for a bit.
Wait, let's pick up Zohaib because he's been quiet. But
sorry. See,
remind us.
I want to say something.
Yeah.
All right,
Good.
sorry. When you come to Africa, yeah, Harry Maguire has a lot of funny emojis. They've done a lot of funny.
The Harry Maguire
of
memes are
funny emojis.
Hey,
beautiful.
Felix,
They
what
are
I've been
beautiful.
told. What
The
I've
Harry
been
Maguire
told.
memes are
Yeah.
just amazing. They're absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
I
What
love the
have
Harry.
I've been told that
Yeah, 'cause
African
they're
people.
new ones every
yeah.
week, literally.
I've been told that African people don't rate Maguire. That's what I've been told. African people.
I don't think anyone rates.
No one rates Maguire.
Anyone-
Somali people don't rate
anyone
Maguire.
like
What are you on
Maguire.
about?
No, I rate
Unless
Maguire.
if
I
unless
rate
if you're,
Maguire.
a part of it, certain, unless if you're a certain, FC panelists, unless if you're a part of a certain, sports TV show.
There is this post.
Analyst
There is this post. See, there is this post in
Cheeky dig at
Nigeria.
Hardy for that.
There's this post in Nigeria
Oh.
each time Manchester United wants to play. They will say Nigeria will say Ronaldo will score the goals, but
Sports English.
having
John
Harry
Scott.
Maguire as the opposition will guarantee you 2 goals. So just per game. It's so funny.
Let's just pick up Zoe because we've been doing Man United, but then Zoe has been quiet.
Wait,
But remind us.
wait, quick question. I actually have a quick question. Did we do player ratings for Manchester United
No.
also? Or did we not?
No, we didn't start that yet.
We can't do that. I'm sorry, guys. This is it's meant to be a review, a preview of the
Yeah, but-
United Chelsea game. So
Yeah.
I just
Zoe-
did my player ratings real quick for that game. Besides, it will get views anyways. The more views, the better.
okay.
Yeah, let me just pick up Zoe, and then let me pick up.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, Zoe, how you doing? Remind us what team you support again.
I support City.
Oh, we're here. Yeah.
The better side of Manchester. Lucky you. You get to see,
So hey, be honest, yeah. How long have you been supporting them for?
You get to see all of us have a mental breakdown when we see Harry Maguire. in the
I like
same-
that UCL trophy cabinet that you guys have.
Zahay, be honest.
How long does
Be honest.
Manchester City
How
been?
long you been supporting Man City
Or
for?
I've been supporting City for 11 years.
Okay.
I'm just saying quiet.
Fair.
I'm saying
I'll
quiet.
give you the
Mark,
benefit of
who's
the
the manager?
I'm
I'm
not.
giving
I
that
can't
honest
say what I'm
opinion.
saying, but I'm just saying, like, are you winning tonight? Let me ask you, are you winning tonight?
Yeah, confident.
I woun't be so sure. Real Madrid are a good
I mean,
side.
I'm
You-
just.
John
I'm just
Stones
afraid
a
of
right
one player,
back.
and
John
that's
Stones a
Benzema.
right back. Come on, lad.
But then
I'm
again,
just
I
afraid
mean,
of one
they
player,
are
and that's Benzema.
Real Madrid were defensively they were awful in the second leg against Chelsea. So anything can happen. But I mean,
Yeah, let's just yeah.
We need to watch out for
I'm a
Benzema.
Madrid stuff for these.
Gabriel Jesus is starting.
I'm on fraud watch tonight, so let me see how that guy performs.
Oh God, here he goes again, Waleed. Here he goes. Here he goes, Waleed. I'm on the Ginger Ross Barkley watch. Let's compare Kevin De Bruyne to Bruno. And then finally, in the post-match video against Arsenal, say, Bruno Fernandes, oh, I've always said he's not world-class. Don't even get me started.
No,
Anyways,
I don't need the titles.
Oh my days, man. Every
Well,
single time.
both of you. It's both
All right, let's ask Zohaib. Zohaib, who's better, KDB or Bruno?
Come on.
Mhm. Is that a question?
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Only
Thank you,
Dave
Bruno,
and I
man.
have been backing
Bruno.
KDB since the start. I don't want to hear it from anyone else. Yeah.
I mean, only certain kids would think Bruno's better.
Oh, thank you. I love this guy already.
Well,
I love Zabe
yeah.
already. Yeah. Or is he
Well,
about son?
if you look at since Bruno's
So, hey, you're a Man City fan, but I love you already. Genuinely.
We respect you.
Yeah.
Man talk sense. Wally, let's just give this man a hand. Let's just give this man a hand, honestly. Just
Felix, you joining in, or are you gonna wait? Felix, what's your thoughts?
I don't know. I think we're gonna.
already know.
We need a striker, so I think we're gonna go in for Haaland.
yeah,
If
you're
you get
probably-
Haaland, that means we're getting Jesus. So take Haaland and give us Jesus, please, because I want him at the Emirates so bad.
But bro, I remember for the longest time they couldn't care less about Gabriel Jesus until he performed against Watford, and all of a sudden, all over social media, I'm seeing Man City fans saying, "Don't sell Gabriel Jesus, quality player."
No,
Listen,
they're trying to say.
No, the thing is, if
I've seen that
Haaland
as well.
comes in,
What they're trying to
I
say,
don't
they're
think
trying to say
he's
skip
gonna
Sterling
play.
and keep Jesus.
Oh
Even though
my,
Sterling's like
oh
the
my,
highest goal scorer this
really?
season.
Sell Sterling, keep
Even-
Gabriel Jesus, behave yourself. I take Raheem
Exactly.
Sterling tomorrow.
That was literally That was literally trending on Twitter.
I
Like
cannot,
literally.
If we buy Haaland, I don't think Jesus will get much game time. So we're
Anyways,
talking
Nah, I
about-
wouldn't.
I've also seen that C1 declaration as well. So let's see how.
And
Anyways,
I also like even Jesus performs in the big games. Like this season, every single big game he's played in, Chelsea scored, Liverpool scored,
PSG
even Liverpool
scored.
at Anfield he played well, got this. It's like
PSG scored as
in the
well.
big games
yeah,
this
scored.
season stepped up.
Yeah,
And
he
even
scored
in
against
previous
PSG
games,
with it as well.
Yo,
UCL
Horace.
games,
Yeah, there you go.
he stepped up and played well. So
I just run through those player ratings just
Yeah.
real quick. It'll be quick.
Yeah.
It'll be quick. And this also boosts views. I'll start with David De Gea. Man gets an 8, just simply because again, I'm just gonna move on. People already know why he gets an 8.
Yeah.
And
8, come on, man.
actually, no, 7. He still conceded 3. He still conceded 3 goals at the
That's
end.
not
of
his
the
fault. It's nice.
game. And none of them. I'd say the only goal, and even on the Xhaka goal, the midfield slowed a step.
No,
Like,
but
that
that's
was
the defense.
And
Yeah.
also in K, it was in
Was it
front of him,
Lindelof?
to be fair.
Lindelof
that was
covered
an
him well.
absolute phenomenal strike. But anyways,
Yeah.
into right back, or should I say, the Portuguese Cafu, way better than Wan-Bissaka in every department. Really? First goal, what on earth was he doing? The man is sitting there, he lets the cross goes in, and then he lets the freaking Portuguese, Roberto Carlos come in and score. And the man's watching David De Gea make
More like the Portuguese Andre Santos.
double save, and Nuno Tavares is just there, just looking world class. You got to be kidding me! No, of course, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No,
Mate, he's the Portuguese Andre
You know
Santos,
what?
mate.
You know what?
Not Roberto Carlos.
The-
don't
no,
worry, man.
no.
I knew this guy was gonna rip apart the lot, man. I knew.
He was awful. He was awful.
I know he was awful.
Okay, not all.
Dreadful.
Nah, Dave,
What-
even our
what-
state,
what-
Della wasn't
that-
awful.
what-
This is what I say about Wan-Bissaka.
When Wan-Bissaka plays awful. Oh,
I ripped him apart. I ripped Wan-Bissaka.
Can we
and
talk
he
about
went
Telles?
tell us.
Says 1,
Oh my!
What happened?
even 0.
Tell us. For me, I've said this on with Liga and Eclipse. Tell us. For me, he was. Wait, what happened, Dave?
Do you know that? Do you know that I can
No.
emphatically
No.
say it.
I didn't
I
kick
can
you.
emphatically
Anyways,
say it.
and I'll go to the center backs next. I'll start with Lindelof. He was one of the better players, but still, what have I always said about Lindelof in the air? What have I always said about Victor Lindelof specifically?
He's bang average. Lindelof.
Awful. Victor Lindelof, in terms of who could jump higher, as I've said a million times, a salmon out of water, a salmon for its life on the ground, trying to desperately save its life, would jump higher, would spring higher in the air than Victor Lindelof.
It's so funny how
And they
he's
call
so
him the
banging
Iceman.
average, but in
I
this
don't know
United
why
squad,
they
he
call him
looks
the
like
Iceman.
Cafu.
You want to know why they call him the Iceman? Wally, do you want to know why they call Victor Lindelof the Iceman? Because when the ball's in the air, he just freezes. That's why they call him the Iceman. He was
See,
dreadful.
I want to say something before
And
you
yet, in this
proceed.
Man United
Sorry.
side, he looks like he's.
I want
a
to say
good centre
something
back.
before you
Go for it.
proceed.
Go for it, Felix.
I will pick. This is a personal opinion now. I will pick Tismakas over Telles and Shaw. I will pick Tismakas over Telles.
Oh,
Here's
Tsimikas, the
the thing about
Liverpool left back,
Tsimikas,
yeah.
right? Here's the thing about Tsimikas. Tsimikas, the reason why he's playing so at Liverpool is because he fits and slots right in and suits that Jurgen Klopp system perfectly. You put Tsimikas into this side.
I think Wan-Bissaka would be perfect for Simeone's system at Atletico Madrid.
He'd be no better than Telles. He would look either just his normal self or just bang average or awful.
No, you can't compare. You can't compare his ball delivery. The way
I've got a
his
question for you
physicality,
guys.
You can't compare to Telles.
But why is he able to deliver so many crosses? It's because
Wait, Zohib,
His
what's your
delivery
question, bro?
crosses is just very difficult to bench Robertson. You know,
Let's go to
Wait,
Zahib.
guys,
Let's go to
wait.
Zahib. Zahib, what's your
we
question?
also
What's your
have
question?
to. What is it?
Do you think Wan-Bissaka would suit Simeone's system at Atletico Madrid?
Yeah, he would suit Simeone's system. Wan-Bissaka definitely would. 100%.
Yeah, I think so.
Definitely would. But
Yeah,
anyways,
Actually, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, because
I don't
he's a
think so.
defensive
No,
merchant.
he
That's what he
definitely
does. He's
I think he
he's
definitely would.
Nah, he's a 1v1
Defensively,
man.
yes.
It's
However,
not
what we do,
a defensive
however,
merchant, mate. He's a defensive merchant. So yeah.
Oh,
defensively, he would suit. However,
but
on
more,
the attack,
but more than anything.
Atletico Madrid.
Hey, by
On the,
Wan-Bissaka's
when
trash.
Atletico Madrid are attacking,
he's not
yeah,
great.
Atletico Madrid wing backs are so high up the pitch.
the lesser two evils. Who do you prefer?
Hey,
Anyway.
have you not seen him against Liverpool? You couldn't even attack.
No, of course he was awful. Did you not go and take a look at the video on my channel where myself and my mate Liam were going through each player, and I went in on Wan-Bissaka. And the only thing I will say is that why did Rangnick in the second half move him to left back? That just made no sense whatsoever. You know the man is Bambi on ice when he has the ball. So why are you putting him as a left back? Oh,
Because he
we're
tried
gonna
to
play
play
Wan-Bissaka
defensive.
out.
He tried to.
But anyways,
keep
into the other
Tino
small
Leader,
back,
guys.
Rafael Varane. Not a great day at the office, but he just came back. But
Still shocking.
for Alex Telles, 0-0-0-0-0. The reincarnation of Roberto Carlos. He's better than Luke Shaw. Really?
That's what you guys were saying when you signed him.
Luke Shaw. Really?
That
I'm
was
sorry.
pure
I don't
football
think so.
defending.
I don't think so. Saka absolutely. He murdered this guy. The things that Saka did to Telles should be considered illegal. No. Awful. No. He was worse than Dalot by million miles. And that's not. Dalot was better. That's not saying much at all. But Telles was awful. He was dreadful. He doesn't even get a point for putting his kid on the right way. 0-0-0. Nemanja Matic, as I always say about Matic, his legs have just gone. But he was at least somewhat better than the defense. Tried to do his job to the best of abilities, just mobile, but not great. I'd say a 4. McTominay, I'll give a 4.
He's poor, man. He was poor.
No, he was poor, but he was considerably better than most of our defense.
No.
Yes, he was.
First half, he completed 7 passes.
Okay, then 3. He gets a 3. He's worse than Matic, but he was definitely better than our defense. On the right-hand side, Alanga, 5, worked hard, did what he could. Unfortunately, and at least he's somewhat exposed and made Tavares look as Tavares actually is, and not like the rest of the team did, which, looking like, prime Portuguese reincarnation of Roberto Carlos. On the left-hand side, Jadon Sancho, 5, was one of the few players actually taking players on. In the middle, Bruno Fernandes, 0. He gets a 0. He was awful, and as Oris has always said about Bruno Fernandes is not world class, as he consistently says.
As he's been saying every single day.
Up front, Cristiano Ronaldo, 6. He got the goal, and especially to come into this this game with with what's been going on with him and in his personal life and his child and whatnot. Especially to put yourself right back into the mix of 90 minutes of weekly depression. He's done well.
Shite, for being honest.
He's one of the few players that actually looked like he actually cared, but then after, to a certain extent, he was just like, screw this, like, what's the point? So 6, I'd say. Substitutions, I can't even remember who came on.
We'll just give him all 5s.
Your boy Rashford came on.
I don't think he had a whole lot of time to really
I think
make
what should we just give them all like average 5s?
5s.
Yeah, I'd say 5s. I know how much Ors adores and loves Marcus Rashford and writes him love letters every day for him to stay at the club.
100%.
But and apparently Marcus Rashford, according to certain 2 people, he's never had any footballing ability. He has no technical ability. Has no shooting ability.
His IQ
footballer
is low,
at all.
His IQ, his footballing IQ.
What
is
I'm going to
low.
say about that, because I know you are targeting me with that, because I've said that before. But what I will say is this: he has no, as Oris was saying just now, he has no footballing IQ.
No, I agree with
He runs like a disabled goose. He's just chilling on the pitch. He looks like he literally looks like a sore thumb on the pitch. He's just walking around wherever the ball goes. He runs. That's it. There's absolutely nothing else.
He never presses as well. And then
Never looks for the pass. He's just running
was
for
like-
lives.
Is
Really?
any of our team press?
He's doing a marathon.
Who in our team presses? Don't
He's
just
doing a marathon though.
yes.
don't just call out Rashford. Who in our team actually presses consistently?
If you look at it, Elanga presses for me a bit.
Okay,
Alanga does, yeah.
okay, great. Who of our senior players? Let's put the youngsters.
Bruno. I think Bruno presses.
Are you serious? No,
I
he
think
does
he
not.
does. I think
No,
he
he
does.
does not. Bruno
He
does not press.
He does.
Fred
Bruno
does.
not. He does occasionally, but other than that, he does not press that much. And I love Bruno Fernandes, but no, that man does not press that often. But
yeah.
at standard
Mm.
5, Ralph Ragnick, I'm still confused onto why he never ever gives Bailly a chance. And I know what Bailly did was not respectful, was not acceptable.
Yeah,
but
it's a bit weird. To be
Bailly's right.
honest.
Eric Bailly's right. He's 100% right. He's trolling man on Instagram. I don't blame him. I don't blame Bailly.
I mean, maybe that was. I mean, maybe it was a social media team or something. We don't know. I don't know if it was him specifically that wrote that.
I'd say he's the best center back at this football club, apart from Varane. And how on earth that never has never been put together in any team this season. I will
No, but
never.
still, when he played against Man City, though, do you not remember the first half against Man City when he played? He was abysmal. He was shocking.
Bro.
Bailly.
Wait, when did he play against?
At Old Trafford.
But everyone was poor that game. Nobody was good that game. Other than De Gea, nobody was good. I couldn't defend anybody.
Even
in
De
that
Gea,
game.
like the second goal they scored, literally went right through him. Like he should be saving that.
Bro, like one of the goals sure was questionable on De Gea's part, but De Gea, everyone was poor that game. Don't just throw Bailly under the bus.
Gabriel Jesus didn't score that game, did he?
No, it was.
It was Bernardo, and it was
Bailly's own goal, of course.
Oh yeah, Bailly's own goal. Yeah.
Bernardo. It was him and Bernardo.
Anyway, enough of the Man United tangent. Now to quickly go into Arsenal.
Ragnick, Rob
So, yeah,
Ragnick will again.
Arsenal player ratings.
Anyways, as you were saying.
Okay.
Yeah, oh, God.
All right, we'll start off.
Do you know
with,
what?
Ramsdale.
Do you know what?
Ramsdale.
The man Grant was Elneny for me, personally. I thought Elneny was brilliant. Elneny.
Ronaldo was amazing. We'll get to him soon. Trust me. We'll get to him soon.
Wally,
We'll
go
go through.
ahead.
We'll start with the goalkeeper. Ramsdale, I'd say second half
He didn't
came
have
in
a-
clutch a few times, made
didn't
some
have
very
much-
important
he didn't have
saves. Even in the first half, like first 10-15 minutes, made a few decent saves. However, kicking wasn't that good that day. Ronaldo's goal, in my opinion, I think he should have done better. For a cross, you should never be going on the ground.
Well, that's Gabriel's fault, mate.
You have to stay. No,
Or-
Gabriel and Tavares, both of them, yeah. But as a goalkeeper, if you're expecting a cross, you don't go onto the ground. It's like you're asking him to.
It's another
score.
keeper that's overhyped. Like flipping hell,
No, he's not.
Ramsdale.
No, he's
Anyway,
not. That's
Let Wally
the
finish.
that's a stream for another day. Yeah, because I fully have not got time for that. He's not overhyped. Anyway, right back, Cedric 4. He was not impressed. I was not impressed with him at all. Like the penalty. I mean, the penalty shout, the handball was just stupid. I mean, it worked. It wasn't smart or anything. It was probably probably it was just weird. Like performance-wise, attacking, nothing too much. Defensively, all of Man United's chances, all of Man United's chances in the first half were down his side. All of them. Even the goal was on his side where he should have defended the cross better. So I'd say 4. Ben White, I'll say. I mean, he didn't really put anything. He didn't put a foot wrong, to be honest, because the goal.
That's the
goal they
second time he's
scored.
been bad.
The
Oh,
goal they
of course.
scored was more Gabriel's fault.
Oh,
I'd
man.
say Ben White gets a 6. I think he played very well. He didn't put a foot wrong. Yeah,
No, I
He didn't
agree
do-
with that because
he didn't
what
do
did
anything
he
wrong.
have to do? He
Nah,
you're watching a
he was
game.
He didn't do
average.
anything wrong. He
I
was
think he was
very
average.
good.
Average.
Other than like, and it's not because he's bad. The defense didn't have a whole lot to do on the day. It genuinely didn't have anything to do. I'd probably give Gabriel the same.
Yeah, I'd say so as well. I mean, I'll give him a 5 because the marking for the first goal for the United goal was not good enough. But except that, same with him. I'd say 5. He didn't have much to do. I mean, to be fair, Ronaldo is an elite. Like, with his movement, he's elite with his movement. So you shouldn't expect like I wasn't expecting much in terms of like man marking him, but he still should be doing better than that.
Yeah.
But Tavares, except the goal he scored, he wasn't that good either. I'd give him a 4 as well. Because even though it was at the right place at the right time for the goal, the second half was shocking, really. Like, defensively awful, honestly. 2 penalty shouts. We gave away a penalty, actually. No, gave away a penalty, and then probably Elanga. That's a debate as well for a penalty. Like, he wasn't that good. The only thing that saved him was that he scored, so I'm happy with that. But yeah, 4. He has to improve. To be honest, he needs to get sent out on loan. He needs to get sent out on loan. He's not Premier League worthy. He's not Premier League quality. He has to go to Championship wherever. Honestly, I don't care. He just has to take a year at a different club and properly build up his traits. But yeah, midfield, Granit Xhaka. As I was saying at the start of the stream, how important this guy is to this team. Until we replace him, he has to start week in, week out. Right?
I'll stop you there.
In the midfield,
this is where I'll stop you there, mate. Because every
his
time
presence. No.
you do my stream
Let me
saying,
speak.
Jack is the problem. Jack is inconsistent. Get him out of the football club. And now he's saying, he's a.
When did I say that?
No, but you can't. Sorry, you can't blame any Arsenal fan. Saka has been shit for 6 years.
What did I say?
You're telling
me.
No, you said he's the problem, mate.
You're telling me this season that I said that Xhaka was the problem and that he should get out of the club.
You said
Is that
he's
what you're trying to tell me?
inconsistent, mate.
I don't recall Waleed saying that once.
You can't
I did not say
praising
that.
the man
I said
for
he's
like
inconsistent.
6 years.
I did say he's
Just 6 games.
inconsistent because he was inconsistent.
not
And that's why I was happy with him this season because he's consistent.
You know what?
He's
Talking about
consistently
Xhaka,
being putting
I'm
it.
willing to take Xhaka right now, actually, but
Because he's Albanian brother.
No one.
no.
I mean, you know, I'd take a freaking tree stump just to sit and hold that at defensive midfield. I'd take anyone. So yeah.
I'm giving Xhaka a 7. He was amazing. Completely, he controlled the
I knew he
midfield.
was going to score against us.
Him and Mohamed El Essien, yeah? Mohamed El Essien.
Yeah, he made him look good too.
He's gone.
So you probably,
Man City has scored. They scored against Madrid. De Bruyne has scored.
Wait, what? Man City scored. Man City scored.
I swear to God.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
What a goal.
2 minutes on the clock, roughly the same time we scored against you. How amazing.
Who scored? Who scored?
De Bruyne.
please say De Bruyne.
Oh.
Yes, that's the only time we'll be happy to
What
score.
a
Yes.
goal.
Who scored? Who was it? De Bruyne?
Yes. Dashing turn up in
What did I tell you? Obviously, you hold that.
Just 2 minutes
right.
into the game. 2 minutes.
Anyways,
Oris, not a joke, man. Yeah, he deserves to leave. Oris, don't come back, yeah? That is the worst
Willie,
footballing
quickly,
take
turn him
I've
with the
ever
player
seen
in
from
before he
anyone
comes
trying
back.
to say they did ginger
turn him with the
Park,
player
yeah?
before he comes back in.
Clutch
Sorry,
footballer.
Dave.
Yeah.
You know, more than anything, next season the first signing we need to make is a CDM. We need a defensive midfielder. That is the first thing before thinking about signing strikers or wingers or something.
I'd say 2. We need 2 midfielders. I'd say that and a center back. I'd say both are equally important.
What a start from Man
Anyways,
City.
Waleed.
And do you know who got the assist? Wait, who got the assist? Felix?
I think Mahrez.
Anyways, wait, Waleed. Give the rest of your player ratings before Oris comes back and interrupts.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, Elneny gets a 7 as well. Amazing, great performance from him.
On the pitch,
Dictated the midfield as well.
8 or
Amazing.
9.
Now we're going to the attack.
Second time he's
Captain
made on the
Odegaard. This man, creatively, he's the in my opinion. I'm
Don't-
saying this now. This might be a bit
Don't pull an Oli.
crazy.
Don't pull an Oli.
Oh, okay, I can't. I won't put it on you. But
Okay, good.
Odegaard is so good, man.
He was
8
great.
out of 10.
You
Some of
see-
the
you see,
passes that
I
he does,
think-
yeah, the
I
way
think-
he passes the ball and the way it just completely takes players out of the game is so amazing to see. Like, even example, yeah, when we scored the penalty, before the penalty, on the lead up to the penalty, all he did, one little chip ball into Saka, took like 3-4 Man United players out of the game. Just a little bit. That's all you need. He's such a
I'm
creator. It's
not
amazing.
giving credit for that. You're playing a side that's just tactically and defensively shambolic. That's not that difficult. But no, credit to him for having the vision to see it, though. I can't. I have to credit that. But to actually execute that, I'm not giving him that much credit, to be honest with you. I mean, we make any player look amazing. So, but he had a great performance, Odegaard.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to quickly go since I'm gonna quickly finish the player ratings. Smith Rowe, feel like he was a bit quiet on the day. I'll give him a 5. Feel like could have done a little bit more, but
Okay.
yeah, that's all I say on that. Saka 6. I mean, great performance from him. Lovely
There
penalty.
were many times where he
as well.
as I said, some of the things he did to tell us was illegal.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I'm gonna switch that to a 7. Actually, I'm gonna switch that to a 7. He was amazing that game, and he's starting to become it's becoming a habit now where he's when he's stepping up and scoring in big games.
Penalties and you know what, retribution for Saka for the penalties against Chelsea, against us, retribution. I love to see it now. I love to see, especially the penalty and what happened in the Euros. That's something to mention. And Walid, lastly, up front, the man who needs to be given the captaincy and sign a lifelong contract and given the start and being given the starting role as Arsenal striker and
The
the
goat
number 9
himself,
shirt.
Eddie Nketiah,
Yes.
7 out of 10. I'm gonna have to go now, so I'm gonna leave it with that, and I'm gonna say Arteta 10 out of 10. I shall see you guys.
No, Walid is gone. Let's talk about next.
But yeah, the next one is the preview for Chelsea game on Thursday. I'm not confident. I don't think anyone's too confident, but
Hardy will probably be confident.
To be sincere, I'm not confident too. I'm not confident. You know, maybe I'll just check the scoreline. I wouldn't even want to watch the match.
Or I hate to expose you, but you know, the host of the show was saying that he had confidence or some bit of confidence because everyone was writing us off against Liverpool, and that was the reason why that we may come away with a clutch 1-0 or 2-1 win against Liverpool at Anfield. And I looked and said, "Are you having a laugh?" And I saw what was coming. I saw it coming. What score did I predict on Premier League primetime? What score did I put in the predictions? Oh wait, no, whoops.
I predicted 3-0 against Liverpool. You know,
I predicted
Liverpool are going to beat us 3-0.
I predicted 4-0, and I was correct.
Wow.
And honestly, and the thing that also cemented my overwhelming confidence in that score, the back three, the 3 center backs I saw protecting or were supposedly protecting David De Gea.
But what really happened this
I've ever seen
season?
a back three in
What really happened this season? We were flying last season. We were playing well. What really happened?
Jones, Maguire, and Lindelof.
I can't explain.
I wanted to cry against Liverpool, and like this is a perfect game for Bailly. How do you pick Phil Jones? Phil Jones, who's played once this season, once in the past 2 years, over Eric Bailly.
I don't think Bailey's going to play for Manchester United again before it's been sold off. I don't.
I think Ten Hag might want to try him out, but
I don't.
You sure?
And you can't get rid of everyone. And look, Bailly is pretty low on the people the players to get rid of. So if he ends up staying around for another season, then
but Bailly is Felix's guy.
As a squad player, same with Lindelof. I'm not a Lindelof fan at all, but if he stays around as a squad player, then fine. Sure. As long as I know he's probably not going to leave. That I swear on my life, please. As long as Harry Maguire goes, please, he should be top of the sell list, very top, first priority.
Do you know what? Aside from Varane and Luke Shaw, let me say Luke Shaw. Mm-hmm. Aside from Varane and Luke Shaw, I don't think anybody in our defense line deserve to be a Manchester United player.
Felix,
Let's be fair.
I've only met you this stream, and honestly, I gotta give you a round of applause for that, mate. Just met you now. I love you already. Just speaking so much sense, you know, and especially about Luke Shaw and the host of the show. We all know how much he loves Luke Shaw and hates Alex Telles and prefers Robert Telles. But thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks. You're welcome.
I rate Luke Shaw. I rate Luke
Yeah,
Shaw.
English bias.
English bias. Hold on a minute. If I had English bias, then I'd be the first one protecting Maguire. I'd be the first one protecting. I know he's not English, but I'd be the first one protecting McTominay.
Nah, man.
The first one's protecting him as
What do you
well.
see in Luke Shaw? Honestly, tell me, what do you see in Luke Shaw?
Oh, dude, honestly, like I don't feel like repeating it because I've said it in so many streams, so many shows.
Does he overlap? No. Does he?
To defend Harry Maguire, you need to be the best lawyer in the world, you know.
Luke Shaw, you saw Luke Shaw last season. The man was actually able to get forward.
Do you know what? Luke Shaw was one of the best left back in the world last season. Do you know that?
Thank you.
Not in the world, in the league.
Look, I'm so
No,
glad
not in the
you
league.
show.
Not in the league now. In the world.
No, not in the world, no.
I wouldn't necessarily say in the world, but he was definitely the best left back in the league last season, 100%.
Yeah.
See,
And
if
it hurt Forrest to admit it, but he was.
If you are one of the best left back in the league, if you are one of the best left back in the EPL, definitely you are one of the best in the world.
And you want to know something? You want to know something crazy? Last season, and for those who love stats, such as Orist, you know there's a stat that said, or that numbers, Luke Shaw had more assists last season than Lionel Messi. That's a legitimate stat. He had more assists. As far as you know, he had more assists.
2-0 to Man City. 2-0.
2-0.
Was it De Bruyne?
Gabriel Jesus with the second goal.
Who?
Gabriel Jesus.
Gabriel Jesus. No
Real
way.
Madrid are going out. Real Madrid are definitely going out. They got to overcome a 2-goal deficit.
Still 1-0 for me. Wait, let me check flash score.
Anyways, that's
let's go into the Chelsea game because I don't know if you could, but line up, guys. Dave, give me a
like honestly, this is like the last game.
for me. I still think
This is the last game I genuinely care about this season because the rest of the games I just.
I'm going to be honest. You guys might laugh. I still think top 4 is still one. No. Think about it, yeah. Arsenal.
What I say?
Why are you laughing there, man? Why are you laughing?
Wait.
Did I just Felix? Please tell me I heard him correctly. Top 4 is still on. Are you having a laugh?
What do you say?
Well,
After the Arsenal game, that should have been done for everyone. I said we're not getting anywhere near top 4. Back
Top
in
what?
October. Oh, the top 4. Top 4. You're having a laugh. If you're looking at the way Arsenal,
think about it. Arsenal go West Ham. Wait. Arsenal go West Ham. Do you expect a result? No.
West Ham, they have no center backs. They have
All right,
no
but
center backs.
they can still get a result.
And
Plus,
they also
is
have the Europa League. They have
plus,
the
is that
Europa
what-
League.
is that-
They're probably going to focus on that. They're probably going to just put all their eggs in the Europa League. They're probably just going to purely focus on that. I generally don't think David.
And then
Luiz-
Arsenal got Spurs. Arsenal will lose to Tottenham 100%. Arsenal got Leeds.
I wouldn't be so certain. I would not be so certain.
Oh, come on.
I would not be so certain.
Oh my God, the
Do
Bruyne
not
got the
write.
assist.
Do not
The
write
Bruyne
up
got-
Arsenal in the North
The Bruyne
London.
got the assist for the second goal, by the way.
See, I told you, the Ginger Sparkly doesn't turn up in big games, does
But
he,
this is not a big game, is it? This is a small game.
Oh my!
No, I'm joking. But anyways,
I swear, man.
yeah, top 4. I think if we lose Chelsea, forget.
Mathematically, we're somehow still in it.
Yeah, but I say this mathematically, yes. Mentality, no chance.
No, we don't have a hope in our chance. Ability, no. Mentality, no. We don't deserve Champions League football. And you know what? Honestly, thinking about
We
it
don't
now,
deserve it.
about it now, I would rather, and people can clip me. Thinking about it now, I would rather finish in the Europa League. Imagine if we finished in the Champions League, playing every Tuesday or Wednesday night.
Come on, we got Ten Hag,
We
man.
would oh my God, we would get embarrassed in the Champions League with this.
Well, not really.
We would-
Because we're gonna
yes,
have a
we
proper
would.
manager. We're
We
gonna have
would
a proper
get
manager.
embarrassed.
We're gonna have a
we
proper
would
manager.
get embarrassed. We would get embarrassed. I'd rather play in the Europa League.
I'd rather finish 8th if you went into my Europa League. 8th, not a competition. For me,
Do you think we can make the Europa League?
I think we most likely will, whether it's 5th
I
or
think we'll win it, but I don't know.
And the blessing in disguise is that we could very well be in the Conference League, but West Ham, that's number one, they have no center backs, and number two, they have a Europa League. They're in the Europa League semifinals. So I think that's a huge blessing in disguise for us. So I think we'll at least get a Europa League place. I hope Tottenham finish in the top 4, because if Arsenal get top 4, I will never hear the end of it for the entirety of next season.
Yeah.
So for me, I don't know how on earth anyone thinks we're still in the race for top 4. Top 4 is done.
Exactly.
been
Imagine
done
saying
since-
that. Imagine saying that. It's done, man. It's done.
It's finished. I
I
don't
know.
know where you're getting confidence from.
Not me. I said top 4's over.
No, Felix, be my witness. You know, don't even start. You just said verbatim.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone. I swear down he's gone. I swear down.
You said verbatim in your exact
No, I
words.
said if we get a result on Thursday, mate could
No, that's not what you said. What you said
No.
was
I said top 4 is on if we get a result on Thursday.
no. That's
That's what I
not what
said.
you said.
Thereby, don't try it.
Run
That's
the
what I
clip
said.
back.
I said to
Run
Felix,
the clip back.
run
Mate,
it back.
In
Run it
your
back.
exact words,
I said top 4 is still on if we can get a result on Thursday.
in your exact words in verbatim, you said in this live stream just now, people may laugh, people may think I'm crazy, but I still believe we still have a chance for top 4.
Yeah, if we beat Chelsea.
No,
If we beat
you didn't,
Chelsea.
you did not add that on to
All right, I'll add that right now then. Let me add that right now. Top 4 is still on if we beat Chelsea. How about
No, top 4 is
Yes.
dead, period. Top
Well-
4 is dead, period.
that? Who's making top 4 for you then?
I'll edge it to Tottenham.
Well, that's me. Well, you know what? North London
I just
does.
think I know Tottenham are Spursy, but I think Tottenham have the easier run in.
They did struggle to beat Brentford, so I don't know. It's gonna be hard for them.
No, it's going to be hard, but I think they'll probably edge it. I think what Antonio Conte is just different gravy of a manager, different gravy of
Yeah,
mentality.
Kenny.
Shout out to one of my mates. You know who you are. He hates when just people in general use the word elite mentality. Yes, Felix is back, my guy.
Yeah.
And Felix, quick question, right? Be my witness. Did you not hear Orist exactly say, in his exact words, people may think him crazy, people may laugh, but we still have a chance for top 4. Did he not say that verbatim?
Come again, please. Your voice is breaking.
Say again,
breaking.
Deva.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. Felix, I need you to be my witness.
Okay.
Did you
Yeah,
not?
I was there. Okay, you mean he said? Yeah, I was there when he said it.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
No,
it
I
wasn't-
said, Felix, I said if we beat
No.
Chelsea, we have a chance.
No, he didn't say
No, no,
it
no,
if we
no.
beat Chelsea. Yes, Felix, my guy. Yes,
He said it. He said it directly.
yes. Felix is my guy. Felix is my
He
new
said it
guy.
directly.
But anyways, yeah. I'm only joking. Let me be real. I'm
You did not sound like you were
you see-
joking
you
at
see
all.
right
No,
now-
no. I'm actually joking.
Right now,
Oxford League.
You
Madrid,
were not joking.
Madrid
I'm
are
joking.
suffering.
Oxford League. Personally, I told him in school every day. I'm like, top 4, forget about it. I said I want to finish 8th
All right.
because you know why? Ten Hag. If we finish, well, we're not going to finish, but if we finish Champions League or Europa League,
That's just
let's say Europa League, every United fan are going to expect him to win the money.
Do you think we can make the Europa League? Wait,
I
if
wouldn't
West
be
Ham,
confident. I
if
wouldn't
West
be
Ham
confident.
should win,
I
We
think
should. We should.
we
if
make-
Leicester should win the Conference League,
I would be
if
confident of us.
Leicester should win the Conference League, okay?
No, not in the
I
conference.
don't think West Ham will finish Europa League position. I think
I'll
they'll
take
finish
no European
last.
football for conference.
I mean, if Leicester City, if they should win the Conference League, they will be promoted to Europa, okay?
Mhm.
I think maybe we
I
need
think Roma's gonna win. I
to
think
we need
Roma
to
will
play
win.
some kind of playoff, or I don't understand. West Ham are above us, isn't it?
No.
If West Ham does not win the Europa League,
No, they're not above us. West Ham are not above us.
No.
okay,
No, what-
okay, yeah. We are sixth, isn't it? We are sixth on the table, right?
Let me double check.
We're in sixth.
Yeah,
right
we're
now.
sixth. Yeah, we're
2
sixth.
points clear of West Ham. I think we're 2 points clear of them
2 points ahead. Yeah.
in sixth. I think West Ham's going to lose to Arsenal. They have no center backs, and they also have a Europa League semi-final to focus on. And if I were David Moyes and West Ham, I'm not saying completely throw away the season because if you get knocked out to Frankfurt, if you lose to Frankfurt over 2 legs, you're kind of screwed. So I would put
Frankfurt is a good team. Frankfurt is a good team, Dave. They're a good
Yeah.
team.
No, they're a good team, and that's and what I'm saying is, I'm not saying I didn't never said or implied they were bad, but what I'm saying is, I wouldn't say completely throw away the season and play all the reserves, because if you do and you lose to Frankfurt over 2 legs, you basically screwed your season. Don't do what Arsenal did with Unai Emery, and when Unai Emery was first in charge, they looked like they were going to get third, and then that game against Crystal Palace, they basically played the reserves. They played Jenkinson, I think they played on Mendy, Mavropanos. So like, and that was basically saying he's putting all of his eggs into the Europa League. So I think that David Moyes should. He most likely will. But what I'm saying is, play some of the center backs from the under 23s in these Premier League games. Give them experience. Rotate the side
You know
accordingly.
what? I want to ask a question. Do you think Chelsea has completely sealed that top 3 position?
They haven't been convincing at all, but whether it's third or fourth, I
Don't
think
you-
still the top
do you
four.
think-
I want to talk about this manager, Thomas Tuchel.
He's a great manager. I don't care what anyone says. He's a great manager.
No.
He's a great manager. I don't care what anyone says.
How is he blaming the pitch after losing to Arsenal? He blamed the pitch.
When he came into Chelsea, when he came into Chelsea in the beginning of February, he took the exact same squad. And as I've said so many times, if people were to tell me up until February that season that Chelsea were going to win the Champions League, I would have bet any price. I would have said, name your price, I will bet the same amount. And I would have won. Tuchel came in, no transfers, same exact squad, had him playing a different system, different philosophy, different set of tactics, somewhat different team selection. People who thought that the players who flourished under Lampard weren't going to flourish under Tuchel were wrong.
Yeah,
Mason Mount, that's the best I've ever seen him. He turned into
Horace, you're right. It was a bad excuse to blame the pitch.
I'm gonna put this up. Yeah, he blamed the
Very
pitch.
bad excuse.
Yeah.
Okay, well that I actually came out in a recent and I think it was actually in a recent video for my own channel, and I actually slammed Tuchel for that one. That he sounded like Ty from AFTV, blaming the rain. Now this time he's blaming the pitch. No, Tuchel's not a fraud. Look, I think at times he can be incredibly overrated. For at times he is definitely been at fault for Chelsea losing. I think one thing that I don't understand, I think, the way he's treated Christian Pulisic in terms of when he comes on and contributes and then next week he's on the bench.
That's your guy, innit?
Again, for those who love the stats, only Ruben Loftus-Cheek has been subbed off more times than Christian Pulisic. So, yes, he's been injured. He's had injuries. He's been suffering from injuries this season. But when he's been on the pitch, primarily, he's been fairly good. I'd say the Real Madrid game, he wasn't that great. But more times than not, he's contributing. And the fact how he's stuck with some guys who haven't really contributed all that much or less than him just doesn't make any sense. And people could say, "Oh, it's American bias." First off, right away, I actually support England.
Exactly.
I have English family, so this has nothing to do with.
All you need to do is have an English passport.
Nothing has nothing to do with it. It's just me, being Dave I, seeing things as Dave I does, seeing things from a non-biased. Some people think otherwise on the show. A non-biased, completely taking in account of all things, many different things, taking it into many different perspectives, different angles, and putting that all into a single opinion. And I count everything. Like, their Gainsbury's been poor. He's been hurt from injuries a lot this season. Tuchel wants to be careful. Fine. But more times than none, when he has been fit, and in the runs where he has been fit, he's barely played. It's definitely been better than Ziyech this season. Ziyech's been okay, but he hasn't lit it up. So I'd say the only players in that Chelsea attack for me that, even though Timo Werner's hit a good run of form, for me, the only player that for me deserves a guaranteed starting spot in that Chelsea front three, it's Kai Havertz. Everyone else, if Timo Werner remains consistent, fine, maybe. But other than Kai Havertz, nobody else.
What of Mount? What of Mount? Mason Mount is trash.
Very good, but he's been inconsistent this season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's one of Chelsea's best players last season. But it wasn't until Tuchel came in where he was consistent. He was a roller coaster for 6 months, and Tuchel came in. Yeah, he had some poor performances under Tuchel, but more times than not consistent. But this season, it's been up and down, up and down, up and down.
Yeah, that's true.
But I like him though.
Yeah.
He's Chelsea's unsung hero in a lot of cases. He does a lot of that dirty work. There's a lot of that pressing.
Do you think we're gonna sell Ari in the summer?
I honestly, I'll say this right now. Who on earth is going to want to pay Harry Maguire
I
200
think someone like Newcastle will buy him for like 20 or 30 million.
Newcastle's not even going to be that brain dead. Who's going to want to pay at least, I don't know, like a 20-30 million pound transfer fee in addition to his 200 plus grand a week wages? No one. Just like when we signed Alexis Sanchez, who I wanted to cry when we signed because I said, do not come anywhere near this guy. He will rip our locker room apart. He's going to sit on these big wages and do nothing. We signed him. I knew it was going to come. And then who on earth wanted to come in and pay any sort of transfer fee and take on all of his wages? No one. We had to loan him out. So to be honest with you, I will not be surprised in the slightest if Harry Maguire is not sold. Of course, I'll be pissed. I'll be annoyed. But who on earth is going to want to take him on those wages and for a half-decent transfer fee? We'll never get anywhere near the 80 million we spent. Never, ever, ever. Won't even get half of it. Maybe not even a third. So for me, probably 20 million, maybe 30 at best.
Depends on Ragnick. Depends on Ragnick. What he wants to do. Some hearing that Ragnick.
Well, it's not really depending on Ragnick. I'd say it's more depending on what the board wants to do with their 80 million pound investment.
Because what I'm seeing rumors that Ragnick apparently is going to give a list to Ten Hag of the players not to trust. But I just want to see, like,
But
I don't believe
it also
it.
comes down to the board as well. Remember, Mourinho wanted to sell Martial and bring in Willian. And one thing I will give Ed Woodward credit for at the time is he said, absolutely not. Up yours, Jose. You're not selling Martial. Which look, and at the end of the day, I still back the decision. Ed Woodward was right not to let him do that. At the end of the day, it was still the right decision. I think Martial almost got sold the season before Mourinho's last season. And again, Woodward said, up yours, and you're not selling Martial. So, I mean, there are players in that squad, and then there are decisions that they don't get right. For example, Jesse Lingard, last year of his contract, he was, in terms of player value, he was 35 million. West Ham, we're saying, look, we don't have 30 million. Best we can do, roughly 20 million, maybe 25 in add-ons. Ed Woodward says, no, genius, Ed Woodward, 30 million pounds. Take it to leave it. And West Ham's like, screw that, we'll leave it. And I'll say this, Newcastle offered a 15 million pound loan fee. Nope, genius Ed Woodward, and incoming genius Richard Arnold. No, even though Ragnick wants him gone, nope, he's not going anywhere. Even though we're going to lose him for nothing in the summer. Whose decision is that? So things often go through the board. It's not, and like when people say Ragnick's gonna, be in charge of all the transfers. No, he's not. In my opinion, as consultant role, I think it's going to be more of him basically being given a voice amongst the board, rather than him being a voice. That's what I think it's going to be, in my honest opinion. Same with Ten Hag.
No, but for me, I'm just looking forward to the summer. That's my what I want.
I'm going to have a.
All right.
Yes.
I'll be taking my leave now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for having me. Thank you very much.
Big up Felix. Big
thank
up
you.
this lad. What a lad. What a lad this guy is.
We're just gonna end it now, but
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Big up.
Yeah.
Big up. But yeah,
I got work to get done.
yeah. Just before we end it, score prediction against Chelsea.
2-0 Chelsea.
I'm saying
If you say Mr. Negative, I'm just gonna leave now.
I'm not. Why would I say no?
We're not scoring.
No. But no, I'm joking. 1-0 Chelsea. You know what? Lukaku's gonna end his goal drought. You know that he's gonna end it.
I said the same thing about Salah. If Lukaku plays, look, maybe not. Maybe because he's not on the same level as Salah. But I'm not saying it's going to happen. But people,
It's gonna happen.
if you want to clip this. If Romelu Lukaku starts, I would not be surprised in the slightest that he somehow ends his goal drought and
Exactly.
and turns and morphs back into Inter Milan Lukaku against us, because he make every player look world class. As I said, Ruben Loftus-Cheek will look like Paul Scholes if he plays. Jorginho will look like Jorginho of last season, world class. N'Golo Kante, who played with injuries, is going to look like N'Golo Kante in his first season with Chelsea, just absolutely amazing. Who else?
Exactly. I mean, Chalobah to turn into flipping prime further. I don't know, man. But anything can happen. But Davine, where can they find you?
Honestly, I wish I could just replay just the same clip as I always play from the end of streams. No, you can find me at Dave_20 on Instagram. Go follow my channel, subscribe to on YouTube. There it is, Premier League Primetime. And for those watching the stream, episode 9, the Fab Four, myself. Big up to Jose, big up to Sears, big up to Andre. We return today, episode 9. We're back again today. It's going to be great to be back. So we'll be back there tomorrow on my channel. I'm also doing a preview to that Chelsea game with a mate of mine. And then, subscribe to Premier League Primetime. Follow us on Instagram at PL Primetime. We're also on Apple Podcasts and iTunes and Spotify. So check us out there. 150 subs, looking unlikely. Trying to at least get to 130 bare minimum by the end of the season. And other than that, the Chelsea game is the last game that I'm really going to truly care about. And then after the Chelsea game, hopefully Rangnick just plays the kids. And after the Chelsea game, it will probably still be a fiesta anyways, because that means I get to stop caring about the season, unless if we drop lower than 6th.
Well, yeah, you can find me on obviously this channel, Orstux Football, but obviously on Instagram, Orstux Football as well. And if you got my personal one, ORSM_06. But yeah, that's where you can find me. Subscribe to Premier League Primetime on YouTube. Thereby is back. He's back with the suit, or if not, the regular Premier League Primetime shirt. But yes, subscribe.
I'm back with the suit. I'm back with the suit.
Yeah, we like it. But yeah, like all his videos. Subscribe. And yeah, we'll see you when we beat Chelsea on Friday.
Get out.